Hello guys, and welcome back to the League of Legends. Okay, so we're actually playing Fiddlesticks in the support role for Support Thursdays. And I'm going to give you a lot of good tips for this because I do have a decent amount of tips in my opinion that are really strong with this. But let's first go over the teams. On our team we have a mid-RE, top Nasus, support Fiddlesticks, ADC Draven, and Jungle Rek'Sai. They have a top Cho'Gath, Jungle Vi, mid Diana. I don't know, it could go either way, but I'm guessing mid Diana. ADC Vayne and Blitzcrank in the support role. Blitzcrank is usually very scary to go up against in my opinion, but I think I have the advantage here mainly because Fiddlesticks has a pretty long range silence and it bounces from target to target to target. So that's actually what I get on for. It's like Q is good for terrifying and it's good for getting kills because it slows and fears your opponents, but sadly, and it's not really that great early, especially because neither you or the Draven or Draven in my team has enough damage to really kill early. But I'm gonna say your ADC in general, most champions don't have this really great early kill potential unless like the enemy team really screws up. So I'm going for the more safety of the picks. And then W is just draining, which is healing. It's lane sustain, but it kind of almost like it's not good early because if you do drain a minion, you're probably gonna take from your ADC. Plus, it's not the greatest early either because you're not gonna be draining as much. Boop. Just gonna silence him, though it does nothing because this guy doesn't have any spells to use, and I'm gonna go off the lane. And it's really good to get the E against Blitzcrank, as I said. He's got that really long range silence, so it's just gonna be a bunch of help, especially because Blitzcrank is really annoying to deal with early game when he has his pull. Because unlike most champs, he has a really good early trading because he does a decent bit of damage, and when he pulls you over, he has a lot of crowd control. So like level 2, I'd say he'd probably be able to start chunking you down if he pulls you, and there's a possibility of death, especially because if he pulls you in and the jungle comes from here, it's like instant death, basically, because if you combine them out of the CC. Okay, I accidentally took a farm. Like, there are some cases where you take farm with your E, which is why it's not the greatest, but what I really like about it, if you look, I have Spell Thief's Edge, so it's something really good for poking. And I don't want to be in the range of Blitzcrank, but if you see, like, if I don't want to get pulled by him, I just have to do that, and he's silenced and can't pull me. So it's really good, especially against someone like Blitzcrank. It greatly reduces any strength he has in this lane, because he can't pull. Draven, no. Okay, so that's what I did. I just let out a good silence, so we should be safe for now, but I'm definitely going to put down my ward now, make sure that we don't get ganked. Vi is not the best ganker early because she needs her ult, but her Q is decent enough, especially considering how low Draven is. And I'm going to get a second point in my fear. This is just what I need for the silence, and it's really good, so I'm going to try getting the fear, because if they do engage, it will be really nice, because it gives you like, before it was 1.25, I mean. Now it's 1.5, meaning the longer they'll get feared really long, and that's when you start, and it kind of ramps up a bit later than early game, but you start get really strong. So he should be okay. So no. Here, that if you guys don't know what I did there, it was probably bad because it seems like he might have died anyways, but I stepped in front of between the Draven and the Vi, so that when she queued to try to hit him, I actually kind of got in there. But that's the thing, like Blitzcrank, you get pulled. It seems like a good fight for us because it was easily turned around. But if Vi wasn't there, we could have probably taken someone out, I guess you might say. And you see, it's really good, especially because it gives you some good long range. Allows me to hit the Vayne from farther away, because I don't want to get too close now, because there's no guarantee that the Vi has gone back. Okay, I'm going to get some draining now, just in case there's any position I'm in where I am going to have to put some fight into it, and some lane sustain doesn't hurt, I guess you might say. Oh no, the crow didn't bounce enough to really get to it, and the Draven's going ham for it. Just gonna back off now. We don't want to get caught up in anything. Seems like Vi's mid. So hopefully he didn't get a kill, or no one died. It seems like the Cho'Gath died recently, but he's in the top lane, so I guess Nasus did a double suicide with a dive. It looks like if you saw his little icon there, it meant he was died behind turret line, so there's a pretty much guaranteed that he went ahead and died a little too far. Though I can't say whether or not it was worth it, because he did get the kill. He's out farming him, so it's pretty. He's doing a pretty decent job. But though, any time that Nasus is not in lane is really bad for him, because Nasus needs to stack. That's kind of all he's for. It doesn't matter if he gets kills. If he can continuously stack his Q and make it incredibly strong, like that's all he needs to do. Just give a quick refill on my health, and we're on our way. That thing is, Vi shouldn't have been able to get out of that gank so easily. We kind of didn't play that right. Draven should have not been pulled by the Blitzcrank, but as you guys have seen before, that's probably he's got pulled a few times already. So this Draven's probably not really too experienced in dodging skill shots, or he's just being really careless. Being as that may be, none of those are really good. Not really trying to judge him, but something like that could really turn the game, and just ignoring it and saying, oh, it's alright, is probably not going to help you guys learn to play League of Legends either, for those of you who are watching for an educational benefit. Sadly, in Blind Pick, it's not as good as this advice in such as a ranked game, but in because ranked games you're able to pick, or, well, at least normal draft you can do with a draft and like choose against your opponents. So let's say you're doing a draft and you see your opponents do this Blitzcrank. You want someone with who can either stay far away, or if he gets pulled, it's not gonna be a problem. Let's say like someone like Leona is good. If Leona gets pulled in, it only brings her close enough to get her a stun off. So that's gonna be kind of like a backfiring on the enemies. The only thing I'm afraid is of Blitzcrank. But the thing is, if I get my ult, I shouldn't have to worry too much about Blitzcrank, because my ult is really strong, and it's similar to Blitzcrank's pull. It needs to be pulled from where the enemy can't see you to be the most effective. It seems like Blitzcrank might have backed, I don't know. So I'm going to try to keep up my mana. Hopefully there's no wards in here. There might be, I don't know. Because it made me attack the minions, leading me to think that I might have been seen. So I mean, I could go really ham, and kind of dive and stuff with my ult, but I'm not really feeling that. I don't have a death wish, I guess you might say. So let's see. At this point, we don't have many people to worry about. Cho'Gath, if he does get his feast off a bunch of times, and he becomes a really fat tank. Diana is Diana. She with the Q combo, allowing for twice the jumps. She's very hard to escape, so you don't want to get too close to her if she can kill you. Vayne is very weak in the early game, but if we let her kind of scale, get items, she's going to become way too strong to handle, so we got to be careful of that. And Blitzcrank is just Blitzcrank. He pulls you, he knocks you up, he's really painful, and Vi isn't yet, apparently, as far as we can tell, not level 6, so that's somewhat decent, mainly because she becomes really strong at ganking when she reaches level 6. Such as someone like me, like Fiddlesticks, because my ult is good for jumping walls and coming in. Like, if I can get Despise off on a gank, it's just actually, like, really strong. I was hoping to get in their face, and at this point I'll stop chasing. I was hoping to get off Fear, maybe get off a Q, see if my Draven came in with some damage, see if it would be a good engage, but sadly not. Now they have to be somewhat terrified. Ah, dang it, they put a ward down. So here's what I did, guys. I had to flash out because the Blitzcrank was a little bit too much of a threat. Oh, I got him. I didn't think Draven was turning back from me. Okay, I would say Draven, just back off. If Vi does come in, he's pretty much screwed, so I have to be here to kind of protect him. Back off, bro. That's warded. That's warded, guys. I know that for a fact that's warded, so if Vi's nearby, she might try to cheese that. Yep, I was right. 100% right, guys. I probably should have warned him about that, but I kind of just was hoping he would get back in time, and I accidentally took Blitzcrank's kill. And I guess that's because I assumed that he wasn't going to turn around. Let's see. Moby Boots. Let's see. Ward. Oh, wait. Remember, guys, you gotta get the sight zone as soon as you can, because it's just very useful, and then you don't need to buy green wards, and you can just get pink wards for the vision. And health potion doesn't have. How is that warded? You swept it. He put it in afterwards. Sorry. Thought you knew. Rek'Sai, can you help, please? It's, I guess he didn't realize it, but I did. Sadly, that just means some bad news for us. Put down a ward of my own, I guess you might say. 30 seconds to my ult. That was a really good engage on our part, and I probably should have let him get the Blitzcrank. I kind of thought he was going to fight the Vayne and I'd take out the Blitzcrank. It would be too... Because he was really taking a toll on the Vayne's health, but he turned around. I don't know if the Vayne got out of range or anything, or what. I'm not too sure what happened, though. I was assuming he was going to get the Vayne, but perhaps the Vayne got out of range and such. Okay, let's see if we can help the mid lane. If she has a charm or something, okay, mid lane's dead. At this point, just seeing that she went way too far, we know that he's gone, and this is the best place for this is a really good engage on my part. I went and checked the pink ward. I knew it wasn't warded, so that's just good. And then I ulted because I knew because the way he was moving, since it wasn't warded, it was obvious from that, just that he was going to come in and ward it. So I went ahead and ulted where I thought he would be as soon as it was done. And then I went in and I automatically, I guess it was a bit awkward at the after point, and that's probably my fault, because I don't play Fiddlesticks a lot, so I didn't mess it up. I went W and then I Q'd. I was thinking I could feel them while I was doing it, because of the same range, but it seems like while I was draining, I wasn't able to do anything else. So that's something you guys now know to look out for. Let's see. Next, I'm going to build up this item, I guess. That's going to give me... Because I love poking the enemies out, as you guys have seen. And it's going to give me more gold. But thinking about items from now on, something really good would probably be the regular support items. But the thing is, since Fiddlesticks isn't a regular support, he doesn't always get the regular support items. So you'll get things like the Iron Lock of the Solari, because that's a really good item. Especially for team fights. Because it gives a 5-man shield if everyone's close enough. Then you get Mikhail's. You can get a bunch of items, but one thing I like getting on people like Fiddlesticks is because some damage is really good on him. Plus, if you guys do know, of course you guys probably do know, but Rylai's gives a slow, so it's also kind of a support item. So not only does it give damage, health, and the thing is, Fiddlesticks needs health. I mean, I could go rush Zonia's or something, but I guess that's not what I was planning on doing. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Zonia's allows Fiddlesticks ult to continue to go off, while all the while keeping him safe. Now I'm gonna go check for wards. Let's see. Diana is probably dead if she's not careful. So yeah, I kind of peeled off that, knowing that it wasn't that great. I was hoping to take him out, and what? They got the turret. Dang it. I was thinking that the turret was fine. I'm like, oh look guys, the turret has just a sliver of health and it's alive. So yeah, this kind of is really good on our part. because I feared her and then I used my W on her, which made her so she had to run away. Because if she came towards me again, it would have just been bad for her. She would have taken unnecessary amounts of damage. I'm just gonna throw out my Q because it doesn't do any damage, so I didn't want to accidentally take the kill, and it just feared her and made her more vulnerable. So the fear is the best thing to kind of level up after you. Oh. Okay, so she's probably dead, but we want to be careful just in case the Rek'Sai needs some backup, because Vayne can be kind of tricky if you're not careful. Okay, so I'm going to stay in this bush, as long as it's not woods, though. I'm not 100% sure, because they could have done it while Vi was trying to clear out this ward, but I have no idea. So, I guess that's that. I was thinking we could come at the Diana from behind or something. Oh, she just killed his tunnel, which means one was here, so the other one was there. And it's good. We didn't want to show ourselves. Now, they don't, as far as we know, if they didn't have any wards, they don't know we have dragon. Now I'm gonna ult here. Yep. I guess she interrupted us. Gonna walk away. Oh, Ari. I thought you were getting that. Okay, Rek'Sai has it. And Vi is dead. In one way or another, I'm just kind of gonna flash for that. Because I just thought it would be helpful. I wanted to guarantee that we were gonna get that kill, that it wasn't gonna slip through our grasp somehow. But I didn't realize what the Vi did at first, but she actually short jumped her Q for a quick burst away, when she probably should have charged it as much as she could before we got close to her. That would have been much more helpful. I kind of assumed that's what she was going to do. She was going to charge it and jump away, and she had a flash, so I thought she might have gotten away, so I flashed and feared her, so that wouldn't have been a problem. And we actually, something really good to note is, if you have someone like on your team who can change CC with you, it's really good. I flashed forward, I feared her, and then Ari, I think, flashed forward and charmed her. I don't know what Ari did to be exact. I just know she charmed her, but I think that she flashed. Okay, I did get hit by that, so that's kind of bad, but should be fine. And I did recall here, and but I'm gonna check for any wards, potential wards, because it'll be good to get the drop on her. Got the blue timer, so that means Rek'Sai knows when the blue's gonna die, and hopefully Diana didn't see that. She might be there. She might know that it's there, and she kind of walked there just to show it. But hopefully she doesn't. She might have queued. I think if she really knew I was there, she would have queued me or something. Yeah, I want to be there for when our team gets there. Now I should be able to get behind her without her noticing with the minions. Okay, yeah, I got my buns kicked. I guess I underestimated her. I get a little too much. I was just, like I said before, she's really strong, especially when it gets in close. Because she has a decent amount of disruption with her E. Meaning, if I do get in a little too close and everything, and she can E me, it disrupts a lot of things. Like, it'll disrupt my Drain, it'll disrupt my Crow Storm, and it just kind of leaves me very vulnerable. So, let's see. Iron Locket of the Solari. Gonna get some magic resist, because, as you saw, Diana's really strong, and we don't want to mess with that, I guess you might say. And I'm surprised she didn't go for the kill a bit more. She probably could have killed me, but it seems like she was trying to lure me into Vi. As you guys saw how she went in and Vi came out. I guess, you know, she was a little bit cautious, and that's always a good thing, except, you know, I got away. But I don't think it was too worth being uncautious, because she probably assumed that my team was close by, which was a good assumption considering how close my team actually was. Okay, Vi should be going towards the Gromp with the blue. Okay, so now it signals be careful. I was hoping we could kind of go ahead and take out the Cho'Gath, but I guess that's not the case. And it seems like this is a bad fight or something. Oh no, they were just chasing the Vi, because it seems like they were pulling back. Oh, I was hoping to do it. Next is just like, dude. I'm gonna just get back some health from that turret, just cause I need it. And now we can take the turret. Oh, they surrendered, guys. Well, that's a really good example of how to play Fiddlesticks. I was hoping we would kill that before, so GG. Just get off GG, because I was gonna probably say well played, but I didn't want to be too late for the surrender. So hopefully you guys picked up on what I did and some of the good advice I gave, such as chain CCing with certain champions. Like I flash forward, I got it in my queue, so then I was able to get off an easy charm. And other things such as champions like Blitzcrank and even Diana is someone you could shut down with your silence, because she Qs you, but then you silence her, she can't ult you, and if the Q fades before her ult gets off, it makes her a lot more vulnerable. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the game, and if so, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the League of Legends.